We're live, as usual. It's Friday, but we're early. Johnny, we're early.
We are early. Snowball, welcome, man. Draft day number dos. It
Yes.
was very awesome day one for the New York Jets. I believe so. I think so. Very, very hype, very excited. I love the pick. I was all about it. There are some individuals that have mixed feelings when it comes to that pick. Your thoughts on
Yeah.
it right now?
No. I'm very happy. I think I wanted a weapon and picking Membo is a safe choice. So I appreciate that they went safe and now we have an offensive line that should be pretty good for a couple of years. So hopefully we have uh tackles that will set the stage for a long time with the team. Um, Little bit of housekeeping. I just got to get this going here. Uh, yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. Uh, we do take donations because we're not monetized yet. So we do take donations at Jets Worldwide via Venmo. But that does not go unappreciated because we are raffling off uh, something for your $5 donation. I will show this. Hold on a second. Yeah, we are running a raffle. I'll repeat this a couple of times during the course of today's show. We're running a raffle for a replica Super Bowl III ring. We already have a bunch of people who are in the raffle. Every $5 Venmo donation gets you one entry into the raffle, and we do have a merch store. Shop the store at jetsworldwide.printify.me, and if you shop there and you make a $20 purchase or more, that gets you five entries into the raffle. We will be doing our drawing next week after our show, but we are stopping the entries at the end of today's show. So uh, well, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, we'll do that. We'll make it simple. We'll lock it in. It's the first raffle, Johnny. So, I don't want to make things too complicated. So, at the end of today's show, we'll stop the raffle entries via Venmo and through the Jet Shop, uh, through the Jet Shop, the Jets Worldwide Shop. And we'll take those entries and we'll do the drawing next week. All right. So, anyway, moving on. This is going to be a call in show. So, I did want to copy the link here and I want to put this into the chat so that you guys can call in and voice your opinions about what you thought about last night's pick and who you think the Jets are going to be going for tonight. So we'll get those picks in before the draft starts. You guys can voice your opinions. That would be really awesome. So, yeah. Johnny, talk while I internet because this is crazy.
Yeah, so I would say this. I think we're in an interesting position. A lot of things happened yesterday where a lot of individuals were not expecting it to occur. Like, I love the fact that the Patriots picked up Campbell, where a lot of draft analysts were talking about he was potentially going to move over to a guard. So, is that bad for them, but great for us? I think so. Um, the Loveland pick over Warren, and Warren was supposed to be the next one, right? It was the Covenant guy, and we're here right now. I I don't know, man. I really liked, and it's just gonna hurt me to say, but and I don't like this team. I really like what the Giants did. If I'm being very honest with you, they Abdul Carter, and then they throw a dart into the mix of itself, where you got a kid that could potentially. I always talk about it, right? Sit behind somebody, be able to learn from it. Don't throw a quarterback right into the wolves and expect something. But I don't know, man.
I don't know. I saw the pick of Dart. That was amazing. Totally like left field. Not left field, but left field. And for me, all right. So I was driving to work yesterday, and I listened to the Gruden interview, like when he has the quarterbacks come in. Jackson Dart. and I said this to a bunch of people last night. He has no formal training in like communication at the line, which was really wow, Johnny likes the Giants. No, but he doesn't have any form of like he doesn't have any training in communication with at the line. So I don't know how he's going to. It's going to take a year or two for him to adapt to the NFL because there's a lot of stuff that you have, there's a lot of verbiage you have to learn, and I don't know, man. It's going to take a while.
But that's what I mean. Like he's in the perfect position at that point, right?
Yeah,
He's behind Russell Wilson, and then he's behind Winston. Like Russell, I
yeah.
think got a 1 year. Winston has a 2 year, and continue to keep learning from that. I
I wish
mean,
him luck. I wish him luck.
I mean, I can't say all that because I already gave a compliment to the Giants, and that's about as much as they're gonna get.
Oh, that's
But
a facetious. I wish him luck.
I mean, this was awesome. Like, again, and then our pick. What's going on, Nate? We got Nate in the building. You got Mr. Stack in the building. Talking about I'm turning into to Bobby. You got your guy Clancy. What's going on, Clancy? You saw PBM inside here, Mr. Boomtown, spreading some rumors for us.
I saw Nate and Clancy at the draft party last night. Those guys are unbelievable. I love those guys. They are such good people and such nice people and kind-hearted people. And yeah, just nice to call them friends. Really cool
Yeah,
guys.
I mean, definitely. Like the community has just come together, right?
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think the common thing is that we're all Jet fans, and it kind of grew from there. So it's awesome, man. I mean, you and myself snowball too, like and
Yeah.
everything. It's awesome, man. Being
My,
able to really meet everybody in person is definitely different.
yeah. My co-pilot last night was Purple Belt Mike. And I met him at the party and then we left. I gave him a ride home. He's basically like 3 minutes away from my house. So
Nice.
I drove him back to the train station where he parked his car and he was able to go home. We had some good conversation on the way home. Definitely kept me awake while I was driving. So, it was late and stuff, but uh, Purple Belt Mike, awesome guy. Really nice. So what's the deal now? We have round 2 coming up, right?
It's round two, man, and there's a lot of there's some players out there right now that dropped, and it makes you think like, do you take a swing at them? I mean, you got players that were topped as top 20,
Yeah.
and they fell,
Right.
and it's there, and I'm over here combating like, what do I want to do? I could tell you this much: I don't want to tight end at second on the second round.
Oh, in the second round, you don't want a tight end.
Nope.
What do you want? Do you want a defensive tackle?
I think I don't know, man. I mean, the safety out of South Carolina is there. That's intriguing as anything. Nick Amawari, whatever his name is, he's
Yeah.
there.
Right.
I know this sounds crazy, but I like Mike Green, man.
You like Mike Green,
I do like Mike Green. Now to marshal the edge,
the edge rusher, right?
get another edge inside there, be able to rotate. Can you imagine? I mean,
You want to kill quarterbacks?
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, you do have JJ coming back from injury, so a little insurance on the edge would be a good thing. Green is the answer, so he's one of the answers. So I don't know. You want to take a look at the draft order for tonight? We can take a look at round 2. So we'll take a look at round 2. And Johnny, I'm incorporating graphics into the show.
This is amazing.
I was given the advice to incorporate more graphics into the show. So, and I made it nice and big so people can actually see it. There are 9 picks in front of us, and you have the what do you have? You have the Bears going twice. You have the Browns going twice. So there's a lot of picks in there, and a lot of teams are going to be looking at the same players that we're looking at. And according to artificial intelligence, I texted you that thing this morning. According
Which was
to
wild. Which was
right, which was
wild, by the way.
wild, right? Wild. I was like, what are the picks going to be for the AI answered for the second round? First pick, Browns. I don't know. Let's see. Can people guess in the chat? What did artificial intelligence? Don't be cute. Be realistic. Who'd they say that the Browns are going to take with the first pick in the second round?
All right, chat. We need you guys' answer. Who do you guys think the Browns get with the 33rd pick?
Nate says Shador.
Nope.
Is it going to be Shador? Shador Sanders, Boomtown says. Burden. Clancy says Burden. Dane Chisone
He
says,
got it.
Yeah, Dane said it. Yeah, Milrow. Milrow was the answer. AI says that the Browns are going to take Milrow as the first pick in the second round. Pretty crazy.
Could you believe that? I mean, can you imagine prime time right now with his son? I saw this meme today where they had the Let Booby Spin from the movie Friday Night Lights when he's like, what am I gonna do now? This is all I know.
Dane is AI, so that's not fair.
but I mean,
yeah, I think. What do you think? What made him slide? What made him slide out of the first round? What was it?
I think his attitude, man. Honestly, I think his attitude.
I agree with you.
The way he came in, the circus show that would become from it. You know, it's an unfortunate thing, to be honest with you, because I mean, do I think Sanders has talent that could be put there? I think so.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's like that good that he should have went in the first round. I mean, you and I kept talking about it, right?
Yeah.
We kept saying in regards to that we don't see the talent, and we kept talking about was he played in Colorado.
Right. But a lot of people said that the line that he had sucked and that he was better than the talent around him. So I have no idea, man. It's very strange, but not strange all at the same time. It makes sense that it happened, but it doesn't make sense that it happened either. So I hate to talk on both sides of the fence about it, but you can understand why, based on the interviews that he did and the media that was up around him. And yeah, they say he's slow. He hangs onto the ball too long. His delivery is crazy. So you never know. Jackson Dart was a big surprise. I was surprised that Dart went before Sanders, to tell you the truth. So I don't know. But we should talk about our pick. I do want to encourage people who are in the chat. You can call in the link is pinned. So if you want to voice your opinion, this is kind of like a call-in show. So if you want to get your 2 words in about who you think the Jets will take second round, you can. Just reminding people that we do have the raffle going on, right? So just make sure that if you're interested, $20 purchases in the Jets Worldwide shop are worth 5 entries into the raffle, and every $5 Venmo at Jets Worldwide will get you 1 entry into the raffle for the ring. I do have the ring here. Should I turn this off for a second? Can show it, right? It's there.
Ooh,
I do have the ring. It's nice and shiny. It's beautiful. Heavy as hell. Can do some damage. So, but let's talk. Let's talk about the pick. Snowball, your dog was right, even though it was coerced. Afram, I did not coerce the dog.
They're saying the link's not pinned.
Is it? It's not pinned? Hogwash. Seriously.
And he has arrived.
Who's this?
ISU.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's in the chat.
The reigning, defending Wheel of Misfortune champion has arrived.
True. All right, let's do it again. Invite. Copy the link. Go to our show.
We got Jay in the building. Dano.
Oh, okay. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to pin it. Pin the message. All right. Now we're pinned.
Well, we got one. Let's bring them in.
Right away. Bring him
Yo,
in. PBS.
what up?
What's
What
up,
up?
bro?
All right, man. This is what we got to do. I don't care if
Okay.
it's second round or third round, but we need a defensive tackle that can stop the run so don't get run on and get a weapon. I don't care if it's in the third round with the defensive tackle or the second round and the defensive tackle. There's plenty of them. Get one of those, get a run stopper, get a weapon. Let's get this offense humming and bring that Detroit Lions test to New York, baby. Let's get it.
All right. So I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay?
At our pick, you have Turner and you have Alexander for DT.
I don't know. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't do like the drafts really outside the first round. I just listen to everybody and see what they say.
Okay.
So I would defer really to you guys and people that actually know what they're talking about. Because
Fair enough.
I don't really know.
Johnny, you have an opinion?
So who was it that you just stated?
Turner or Alexander?
Alexander.
You'll take
I would
Alexander.
I would probably take Alexander. I mean, that's who was being comped to us, though, right? I think the three players that are being comped to us right now is Alexander, Higgins, possibly, and now with the drop, I would probably say the safety out of South Carolina, which I wouldn't mind that if I'm being very honest with you guys. Like bolstered up that because we have no idea right now what Tony Adams is. Andrew Cisco, he's a free safety. We need to solidify the strong safety right now.
Yeah,
but
this is your other option, Johnny. Yeah,
that's true.
We are pick poor.
We are.
Yeah, so we're pick poor. So if we trade back now, I mean, 42 is that's a good spot to kind of drop back a little bit. Nate, I agree. I would not disagree with that at all. A trade back would be nice.
There, someone might want to trade up for him.
I think he goes. I think at 33, he goes to Cleveland.
Yeah,
I think he's got two in the next 5, right? Something like that.
Yep. I think it's 33, if I'm not mistaken. It's right up here. 33rd, right there, and then 36.
So those are both Shedeur heavy picks, possibly. But also, people are saying Milroe. You know, there is talk out there. So I have no idea.
I'll catch you guys in the chat.
All right.
Later.
See you, Mike. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, man.
All right. Link is posted, so if you want to join in, you can join the fun and get your voice heard about what kind of pick you think the Jets should do during this round. We do have Thunderlips in the building.
So this is an intriguing one right here. What's going on, Thunder?
What's up, Johnny? What's up, Snowball? How you guys doing?
We
doing well.
Enjoying it over here, man. Just hanging in there.
Oh,
so look, so we're bringing you on. We're gonna throw you right into the fire.
Do it.
We're at 42. Are you sticking and picking? And who's that player? Or are you team trade down?
So I just tuned in, so I don't know what you guys were talking about before, but I want a wide receiver or tight end. I like Trey Harris. I also like Jalen Royals, but that may be too early for Royals at pick 42. You know what I mean? So just I've been listening to a lot of podcasts for, like Dynasty and shit like that, just for playmakers, right? So everyone who catches the ball, runs the ball. So I'm not exactly sure which I want to stick. I want to just get the best available playmaker, if that's going to be the tight end from Miami or the dude from LSU, the tight end. I just don't know, like, how the NFL will tell you what they think about the player, right? Like, you saw Warren drop, you saw Shedeur Sanders drop. That tells you what they think about that player, right? Bears are probably going to pick a running back. There's no way that Swift is going to stay there when Swift was in Detroit and Ben Johnson freaking was in Detroit and they shipped him out. They don't want him, right? They're probably going to get Trayvon freaking Henderson or Junkins from Ohio State. I mean, I don't know every single team's need and stuff like that. I just know that I want to get a wide receiver or tight end. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we talked about before, I think Glenn could make do with the defense, like he did in Detroit with all the injuries and stuff like that,
Yeah. So you said Higgins, or who's your choice for tight end?
So it's not my choice. Arroyo from Miami
Arroyo,
or
yeah.
LSU's. I forget his name. It's slipping my mind. LSU's tight end.
But
Mm.
do you think it's? I mean, I would get it if the Jets are like, this is my tight end, and I'm getting
Right.
him at 42. I understand that point of it, right? But for me, I think it's still too soon to get a tight end.
Oh,
There's
Mason
just so,
Taylor.
there's just so many that
Right.
are still
Well,
there.
I'm not
It-
hell bent on a tight end, right? I'm just saying I want I want a pass catcher. If that's either if they love a tight end, they take it. I'm not going to be upset, but I really want a wide receiver.
I mean, there's the kid Pat Bryant out of Illinois that nobody's like really talking about. That's flying under the radar, and I don't know if anybody really watches this. I recommend it. Steve Smith has his like top 20 wide receivers, and Pat Bryant made it on there, and his comp was Mike Evans.
Really.
So it's a really good watch. Like, go peep it out, go check it out, and see what you guys.
I have
think.
not. I have not heard of that. Because I know what Luther Burden's available.
Yep.
Right. And then you got Trey Harris. I haven't heard of the wide receiver. I mean, but like I said, I don't watch every college game and stuff. It's just stuff that I remember from getting drilled into my memory bank from listening to podcasts and stuff like that.
Right.
Of course.
I think you're going to see a run at wide receiver early in the second.
You think?
I think so. I think you might see a run.
I
Like,
think there's going to be a run at. I mean, what about running back? I mean, the Browns are probably going to pick. Browns may pick an offensive, or they just picked offensive line, so they're probably going to go. Chubb is hurt, right? So they may go. And Bears have 2 picks, so they may go right. They tackle and running back because their tackles kind of suck, right? So they want to protect their investment from last year. You know what I mean? Yeah, Will Johnson, dude, still there, and he dropped.
That one is intriguing. I know it's with the medical stuff, but do you take a chance at that where you have Stevens on a 1-year deal and potentially let him heal all the way up where he's been projected as a top 10 pick? I don't know. I mean, that's a hard one because I think at 42, we've been saying it all like the entire time. These players have to start off jump.
I think this draft is fun because, Muji has never had a draft and neither has Glenn. So we don't know what their tendencies are. We can't, you could look at, the Broncos, but that's how much is that Muji doing it? So this first year's draft is going to tell us what they prioritize and what they actually think about our roster, right? So like what they feel is necessary to build a good team. So, I don't know. I'm just excited. Like whatever they pick, obviously all of us are gonna we may not like it, but we're still gonna watch the games and root for the dude, right? So
100%.
But it's awesome. But
sure.
I'll let you guys chat it up. I'm just sitting out here. It's beautiful in Virginia. You know that, Johnny
It
boy.
is. It's so nice. I just went out to go get stuff for the
You have a bathrobe? You have a robe on? Is that a robe?
Yeah. You know why? Because I was swimming in my heated pool before, and my oldest son, I was FaceTiming him. He's in Texas, and he was like, he loves The Sopranos, and he was like, enjoy the ducks. So I actually bought this robe just to fuck with him. And I forgot I didn't forget, but I actually like it. It's comfortable. I need to walk around with a cigar, and you know what I mean? And kneel, and I just don't have any ducks, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Hey, guys, I'm going to watch the show.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, Thunder.
Yep, bye.
Thanks,
Hey,
man.
forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Hey, maybe at the bada bing. All right, so
I mean,
a lot of picks.
There is. So let's kind of break it down, right?
Yeah.
Till we get to us. All right, and chat, we're gonna need your help on this. We want you guys to be on there.
I kind of wrote down some picks.
Okay.
Right. Not gonna lie. So I went through, and I went from the Browns up to us. Right. I stopped where we are.
Okay.
And I kind of went through, and I don't know if it makes sense. I don't know if it doesn't make sense, but so for the Browns, to start us off, I agreed with AI, and I said Milrow. Okay, at quarterback. Okay, but after that, I kind of went through, and I was like, you know what, the Texans could use an offensive tackle. So maybe what's his name, Ursay or Ursary? Ursary.
I don't know. The
Yeah.
URSA, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's Ursary. So I had them taking Ursary at offensive tackle. You can lambast me in the chat if you want, but let's see what we got here. Titans, I had taking Higgins, wide receiver.
I can see that for Cam Ward.
hmm Browns, I had taking the edge, Green. So
Okay.
yeah, I had
That
the Raiders taking Trey Harris at wide receiver. I had the Pats taking the wide receiver Burden. And then I had the Bears taking the defensive tackle Alexander.
Okay.
Then I had the Saints taking Noel,
Okay.
the wide receiver out of Iowa. 9, I had the Bears taking the running back Henderson. And then there was us. So, and I kind of stopped there because we have a bunch of needs and I don't know what to prioritize first. But I would like to see them go offense also, like an offensive player. So I'm not sure. I like Arroyo or that kid Golden as a wide receiver. But I don't know. This guy is hanging out here, and he may come in and give us a little bit of insight. So the danger zone, Dano has approached the bench, and he would like to tell us what.
What's up? Hey, I only have a few minutes, but I did want to pop in, show some love. Hit the like, guys. Subscribe for sure. Trying
Thank
to get these guys monetized, man. I feel that pain. Trust me. You sink so much money. People don't realize how much just doing this costs.
Yeah.
But, dude, Darius Alexander, let's get Quinnen some help.
Okay.
And like you guys, I mean, you try to see as much film as you can, but like I lean on Dom C's opinions a lot, to be honest.
Mhm.
And he's really high on the Toledo defensive tackle, mainly because he can play everywhere up front, versatility. So I like it. The debate we had with Mason Graham, like he's just another Quinnen. This guy is not.
Yeah.
And I think the real impact IDL guys are going to be gone by 73. So I vote Darius.
I either had
and then-
Alexander. I had Alexander, or but I had him going to the Bears, and I had us taking Turner from
Okay.
Texas A&M. So
I like the strategy. So the player, I don't mind. I don't think if we take a receiver now, that we'll be able to get Quinnen the help. That, you know what I mean? Like you can do one way or the other. We need IDL. We need pass catchers. I think the best thing is getting the trenches and then just spend 2 or 3 in a row on receivers and tight ends.
I mean, so I'm gonna throw this wrench at you real quick, Dano, because we were talking about this. But Green is there. Knowing what JJ and knowing that Will McDonald is a specialist, he's not your going to be your all-time, every time edge back there constantly. Does that sweat or does that come into the conversation and you're like, hey guys, pump the brakes, let's talk about this real quick?
I mean, they would know better than us because they met with the guy and they know the T, but I'll just say like he fell for a reason. If I'm not mistaken, and there's so many prospects that the names kind of blend together, but I'm pretty sure he had some allegations against him. It was either law or it was medicals, but there's a reason he's still there right now, you know. Do we want, I mean, you can make room for one guy like that on your team, but like being that we're in this phase of our rebuild and shit, maybe take a swing like that next year or the year after to take us over the hump, you know?
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I could see that piece of it. I mean, the Alexander one is what we were talking about. I think that's the ranking that I have it at because build the trenches. I believe in that. Just continue to keep building it. It's going to be glorious when we start winning, right? Like, imagine to have that. Like, you bring in because JFM, as much as people don't talk about him, he was missed, man, a lot. he was missed a lot. So
And Jermaine, like, I do think he's going to bounce back, but you can't rely on him playing 17. Like, we do need a third. And honestly, Will McDonald is better as a third. If you could get a guy ahead of Will, and Will is now like this guy that comes in and just lights his hair on fire, those tackles will not know what's coming. But when you got him down out there like 50 snaps a game, you kind of get used to his bend and his speed. So I like that. I like that idea.
I mean, it's a conversation though, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
a real
is.
conversation.
It is. Again, though, the timing, like, I want, like, dude, we swung and miss on Kinlaw last year. He was, I can, a laundry list of names I don't want to say on the show, but, like, Kinlaw was such a letdown. Leaky Fotu gave us nothing. I don't know. Let's just use one pick and then we're done with it for the rest of, like, until Quinnen's 30 some. We have his partner in crime.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I still like the option of possibly
So
trade back.
Trade back.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it'd be nice to have another pick tonight, but like, dude, I really want to add a pick to next year, like we did last year. Like, because right now Cleveland has 2-1s next year. They're the leader in the Manning sweepstakes. Yeah, well, like we got to tank in order to probably get the second choice of quarterbacks, and we're not going to tank, so we're going to be picking like QB4 next year. I'm not too happy about that.
So who would be the team that we could potentially trade down with and get the most in return for?
I look at the Rams because they haven't made a pick yet, have they?
No, they have not. Yeah, you're right.
And they got
And they got extra. Yep.
ammo.
So that's 4 spots.
This is why day 2 is so fun, man. There's
It's a
just
test match.
it's so much stuff that's gonna come to play. Boom had a good question for us.
Yeah.
And this was towards Dano. If I told you that the Jets have a deal in place for Keenan Allen right now, does it change your opinion on needing to take a wide receiver so high?
Well, I don't think we need to take one like now. That's why, I mean, in my opinion, I'm wide receiver in round 3, but we could go tight end in round 3 and wait on receiver. Like, honestly, I think the pick last night helps all our receivers more than anything.
100%.
Like, and you figure Brees, I think he'll stay, but like between Brees and Garrett and Isaiah Davis and Lazard, like that, Fields isn't going to throw it 40 times a game, so like that's a lot of targets already we have absorbed.
I'm not gonna front. I think I might do that if that's what it takes to get AJ Brown. But then it's like, what's gonna be the hit on the funds and everything? You know, the Jameson Williams one was the pick that I was like, I think his name is Williamson. James Williamson. Williams? Is it?
Yes.
But
I wouldn't trade away picks for players right now at all.
Okay.
I wouldn't, because we're not win now. Like,
no, I agree. Just picks for picks.
And I don't want to be labeled a tanker, but like next year's draft means everything. Means the next decade. It really does. Like, so are we really gonna push all these chips in to win 2 more games? And
I think so, because in the 4th round we're going to take Will Howard, and that's it. We're done. So I'm not going to stop beating the Will Howard drum. I'm telling you.
You think he'll be there though in the 4th?
You'll see. You'll see.
I don't think so, man.
You don't think he's going to be there in the 4th?
I think he's going to go in this round.
You think he's going to go tonight?
I think he goes tonight.
Yeah.
Dude,
all right, let's get an extra pick and take him in the 3rd then.
See, if we slid with the Rams, I don't know what that would get us. Maybe a 3rd or 4th, but like we could still take a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
then you have a pick to burn on a quarterback, and if Milrose ahead of him now, it sounds like, and Shuck might
wild.
be ahead of him,
Yep.
Howard could fall. How many other teams want? You know what I mean? A
But-
lot of them. I think Cleveland is eyeing next year.
Yeah,
Could
Oh,
be.
maybe not. I
Let,
don't
let
know.
me so let me ask you guys this then. Are you guys that out then on Justin Fields?
No, I'm not.
Dano?
I am not. No. I just don't like even toying with the idea of he's the long-term answer. Like people are trying to, he's a rental to me.
Okay. But the potential is there though, right? That he could possibly be that for us. And would that be in our favor if that is?
It would, but there's no accolades he could get this year that would stop me from drafting a traditional quarterback next year, man. There's just not.
So,
Like,
So
I don't
if
care.
so MVP of the league.
I knew
It's a
this was
no.
coming. I'm still drafting one, man. I want a
Well, I just-
24-year-old stud. Like,
What?
I don't know. Maybe Fields is. I don't
well, I
know.
wanted
I
to
just,
key in. I wanted to key in on the term that you had said, that you had mentioned. I'm keying in on
Mr. Nate Dogg.
traditional,
Cracking. Good.
tra-
John,
traditional,
what up, Dano?
traditional quarterback. Hey,
Let's
what's up,
go,
Dave?
Go
Mets.
Mets.
Oh,
Let's
fucking
go
yeah.
Mets.
You feeding the pigeons?
No, I'm feeding myself
Oh, okay, good.
while I watch the pigeons eat
While you
everything
watch
else.
the pigeons. So, Dane, you had said traditional quarterback. So you're the future is the rushing quarterback. So Justin Fields is the rushing quarterback. Now, if he can get if Aaron Glenn allows Justin Fields to play quarterback, meaning throw the ball more often, and we actually see him develop a little bit this year, that still doesn't change your mind.
Develop. Yeah, I mean, he could. I would give him the chance to compete for the next 2 years if we
Okay.
saw growth.
I got
If
you.
he's the same as I expect, he's only being afforded the chance to compete next year alone.
hmm
But improvement, 2 years. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
So no, it makes sense. It makes complete sense. So Nate, are you just here for the show?
Yeah, I'm here for the show. You guys are the show. I'm here for the show.
All right. I don't know. So on-screen seat. That's fine. Do you have anything
So
to add to the
I-
conversation?
So
Dane's
I-
Talked a
I-
lot
Dane,
already.
yeah, Dane is punching out.
Yeah. Nate, floor is yours.
Peace out, Dane.
brother.
Good
Nate,
to see you.
Nate, who's your next two selections, if I may ask?
I'm on the same board with you. You said in the chat earlier. I like Darius Alexander. I don't think he'll be there. And if I were to take a pass catcher, it'd only be Burden or Besh this round. It's just like with tight ends, there's so many of them, and I don't see like 6 tight ends going at this round. And it was the Penn State dude. I already forgot his name. I hate him. And Loveland, and then a whole other tier. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like now that
Yeah.
those two are gone, it's the pick of the
drop-off.
like I'm not, if we get Mason Taylor, I'm really mad. Like I'm more mad than probably getting Warren yesterday. Because I would rather trade down and like because we can get so many other tight ends. Like I'd rather get the tight end in the third. I'm not saying we don't need him, but I just think there's a big drop off after those first two. So I would wait. I'm all over either those two pass catchers, Darius Alexander or Dipset. Maybe Mike Green, but like
Dude, Toledo has a good football program too, so
he killed it
I
at the
like
Senior
that.
Bowl. And you made a
Yes.
good point earlier. He's a good pass rusher. You made a good point. Like Will McDonald would be way better as a third option on this team. Like he had a nice year last year, but he's not going to be TJ Watt, and he's never going to be TJ Watt. And like his trajectory, like I don't want to say he got lucky last year, but he did. Like all of his sacks kind of looked the same. It's like the whole like Abdul Carter argument, where it's like this guy is what he is. He's a speed rusher that does his spin move, and once in a while it works. But yeah, if it's like a change of pace on third down or 40 to 50% of the snaps with. Again, they're going to defense look a lot differently, but I like that a lot more. People are like, we have Will McDonald. I'm like, yeah, but you need more. We all know you need more than 2 pass rushers, and we have like 1.5, if that.
Dano, appreciate you. Hey, plug in your show real quick.
Yeah, plug the show
Hey.
down.
yeah, it's down below. Be live after these guys are done. If you guys need a place to stay, come on over. But for now, man, just hit the like and subscribe on this video. Have a good night.
Oh, Dano, you got to do a show that's not on Friday nights.
I do. You're right. Do you have
You're probably-
tell me a night? What's your night of choice?
Oh, no, I just work on Friday nights now, so Friday nights are clipped. It's like you only go live on Friday.
I thought you hated me
That's
or
it.
something, man.
No, it's
No,
just
I run
Friday.
basketball clinics on Fridays, and it's clipped from
Hey.
like 7 to 10:30 or 9:30.
Thunder's asking. He's asking what's it called.
Yeah,
I'll
what's
throw it in the
called?
chat.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate
Hey.
that.
Have a good night,
It's
guys.
it's the danger
You too,
zone.
man.
Take care.
I'll
Thanks
see you
for-
soon, Danger.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we remove one.
Yeah. Oh, you got rid of that. Oh, okay, good.
And
What up,
we
Armand?
we have
Hey,
Armand
Nate.
in the building, and we
Armand.
have a first-time caller. This is official. She is the little boss to my campaign when I was campaigning to be the top dog in the Asmaniac Madness. Guys, let me introduce Miss ISU. It's in the building.
Welcome
Oh,
to
wait.
Jets Worldwide, wide.
What's up?
How are you?
I am great. I am calling in to tell you that my Jets Worldwide merch will be here on Thursday.
Oh, very nice.
Woohoo! I'm excited.
So what'd you order?
I got a shirt and ISU got a mug.
Nice. Very cool. And I have a hat.
Hat.
I like it. I'm not a big hat wearer though.
I have to say this. Can you let everybody know the third option that you got for Mr. ISU?
Oh, the
That-
bikini?
Yes.
It's hot. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Nate, we got one. Nate.
The bikini wearer? Yeah, you're out of Wireland, right? You put the JWW right on the
husband's gonna
crotch.
wear it.
Have you seen it? Make sure you look at it first.
It's
I have
amazing.
seen it.
They put the letters all over your crotch. They're Wireland.
I'm not gonna wear that. You don't want to see that.
It's for Mr. ISU.
You know,
Oh,
what,
yeah.
you know what it's on the bikini bottom. It stands for just what you want.
Exactly.
Thank
That's
you.
Yes. You know what I want though? I want the Jets to draft somebody that will help them win so I don't have to listen to the bullshit every week. Thank you.
Hey, that's the truest thing that I think we always say.
Yeah.
So-
yes.
Story of our fucking lives.
100%.
And I want Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant in the 4th round. ILL.
Yeah, I'm. When ISU put me onto Pat Bryant and I looked at it, he only had one drop ball his entire career.
I
over
know.
in Illinois, and it's not being
And-
talked about.
Little boss has something to say about that too.
He's super hot, so it'll add to like the collection of hot guys on the jet.
Who's hot?
All right.
I don't know.
Pat Bryant is hot according to her, so she wants them to.
Is he a receiver?
Yeah. Yep,
Yes.
yep.
Wait. I have a follow up.
Okay.
Who's the collection of hot people on the Jets right now? She said it would add
Who
to
are
the
the hot
collection.
people on the Jets right now? Tell them.
Goodness gracious, there's a lot of them. Garrett Wilson's one. Gosh. Hold on, I gotta think. I'll come back to you.
She'll come back
Right.
to it.
Please do.
The long list of hot guys on the Jets. We have one.
Start to compare it.
Well,
They are
talking
all
about
hot.
hot guys.
Is he Eric Decker hot?
What? Is he Eric Decker hot? Is that
She
what he
has
said?
she has no idea. She's
He's
like, who?
He's no Sam Hartman.
Hey, that was my go. Ask her this question.
Okay.
Is Aaron Glenn hot?
Is Aaron Glenn hot? Her dad's showing her a picture.
Okay. And then talking about hot guys, let me welcome to the stage
Yes.
the only guy that can truly fix
Yes, you
the New
can.
York Jets.
Yes, you can.
Afro. It's in the building.
Look
He-
at that
he
handsome
said-
gentleman.
I don't know why you keep saying that, but
Are you ready for her reply?
Yes, Mrs.
Yes.
ISU will report the top 10 list of hot guys on the Jets.
Aaron Glenn is a DILF from my almost 16-year-old.
Okay.
I support.
Right.
I'm with it.
If I knew what DILF meant, that'd be awesome.
well,
Dad,
I'm
Dad,
kidding.
I like
Stop
to,
it.
that's
Dad, I like
Dad,
to
I like to
find.
foreplay with.
Yeah.
That's it.
And on that note,
Yeah.
Afro.
Welcome to having a 16-year-old daughter. It's a great time.
Not ready
Wonderful.
for that.
So, Afro, and are you fixing how are you fixing the Jets tonight?
Me?
I'm letting Aaron, Glenn, and Moj do it for me.
Okay. You're not taking responsibility for what happens tonight?
I'm sure someone's going to blame me for it. So
Yeah. We'll always find a way to blame
I'll
you.
blame you. I'll blame your dog because your dog.
My dog was
coerced
right.
The dog.
My dog was right. I did not
Well, if you
coerce the
keep
dog.
pointing at the plate with the bone,
No, they all had the same. He sniffed all 3 plates. He had a
Yeah,
chance
but
to take all 3.
You
So-
kept leaning towards that plate.
I didn't listen. I didn't do it today because I didn't want your BS anyway. So
So let's go around the horn, and I'm gonna start with Armand, Nate, Miss ISU, and then end it with Afram. We're at 42. Who is the pick for the New York Jets tonight?
My preference is a trade down from 42.
To who?
get it.
With who?
I'd like to trade with Seattle, get either 50 or 52, and gain another pick in between 73 and 110. I know I'm going to get killed because it's a division rival, but I call up Buffalo to get 56 and 62.
Oof. Do they do that though?
If you're Buffalo, you might. If you really like a guy that's going to be in the top half of the second round.
So then we're there, and then who are you picking at those positions?
Maybe a Noel wide receiver, and you go tight end there, Arroyo at 62. If they're both there,
Okay.
that'd
All
be
right, Nate. So are you sticking at 42? Are you trading back? And if you do trade back, who's the team that you're trading back, and who would you get in those trade backs?
I mean, I probably prefer a trade back, but I'll give a different opinion. I said it earlier. First of all, Afram, I never met you, but I love your calls for years on like Let's Talk Jets and everything. You could carry that show for a long time. Those guys can't talk on their own. You would carry. Anyway, so
Nate,
I'm
we're
all about
closet fans, Nate. We're closet fans.
that. That was the first
Thank
Jet show I
you.
ever watched was Let's
Thank you.
Talk Jets. No, those guys are great. I love them too.
Worry.
I said it earlier. The 2 pass catchers I would take were Desh or Burden. So that's who I'm with. One of the B boys are on the board. Give me the wide out, and then like I said it earlier with the tight end depth, there's still a lot of tight ends on the board, and that's why I'm not running up there to take Taylor or whoever we're rumored to get. But the same could be said with defensive linemen too. Like if we don't get Darius Alexander, there's still 17 more. I'm being facetious, but on the board. Those are the two positions where I'm almost willing to wait for the 3rd rounder and think we might get lucky. We might snag them in 2nd round talent. So if Burden or Besh are there, I'm taking one of the B boys and getting our wide out.
I do like the wide receiver from TCU. You said Beck, right?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
Besh?
Besh. I think his name is. Yeah,
Besh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
it's a soft CH, Johnny.
My bad. One with the hard one on there.
Bechamel.
All right. So Miss ISU, you are the GM of the New York Jets right now.
Oh,
You're
Lord.
up. You're up at 42.
I'm going with Nick Emanwari, tight or safety.
I like it.
I like that.
Good one.
I like that. All right. So your team stick and pick, and we're taking the South Carolina
Defense.
safety.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Afram, the one that can fix the New York Jets. Who do we get?
I've been listening to you guys, and we tend to think what happened with the previous coaching staff. We have a new coaching staff, so we've given up on Malachi Corley right off the bat, right? We're not giving him a chance, right?
I haven't, because I've been saying I want
haven't
a
said
I want a wide receiver later on.
Right.
So
What is the biggest need right now at this stage that they need?
the trenches.
It's a defensive tackle.
They need
So
to
you
plug
have
the middle.
You have to get the best defensive tackle available at this point, because you just don't. You got to fill in some key gaps. You might have enough, and you might have to trust this coaching staff to implement the guys you have now on offense, and it's the. You don't know what you're going to get. You know, you saw the run of guards and tackles in the 1st round, right? You might see that with wide receivers. So you might not get what you want. I think you might get the tackle that you need, and then from that point, try to get your build up on your offense. That's how I see it. But I think we have enough. We also have June 1st cuts that might be available to us.
Very
you also
true.
have guys sitting there that haven't been signed, that are veterans, that you can try to see what you have available to you, who might sign. You got guys who will sit there and wait for the team that's going to do what's better chance of getting into the playoffs, the Super Bowl. They just sit there and wait for that opportunity, but you never know. But like I say, I think the biggest need right now, you plugged up, you finished your offensive line. Your biggest need, you can't rely on just one guy to stop the run on defense. You need to plug that up with the biggest guy possible.
Yeah, I'm team build trenches. I mean, build it from there. And I mean, Aaron Glenn did say it, right? You got to build it from the inside out.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. And can you imagine though him
What
next
if
to
they took
Quinn?
Edge instead?
The green one is
it's-
the green one is a conversation to be talked about, man. But
Yeah. So Armand, talk to us, man.
wait. We got big fella.
Big fella.
You're
What up,
the
big fella?
GM.
Hey, what up?
You're the GM. We're at
Yo.
42. You're getting Luther Vandross, aren't you?
I'm getting Luther Vandross, bro. Absolutely, man. Luther Burden or that guy Higgins from Iowa State, bro. Those two are the ones I want at 42. Batman needs his Robin, man. Garrett Wilson needs a partner. If we get Burden, we can kick Xavier Gibson off the team because he's electric in the return game. And then we go for the D tackle in round 3.
But you
That's
don't
what
think we could get that wide receiver that could potentially kick Gibson out of the kid maybe in the 5th round, because we have I think 2 picks in the 5th round.
Yeah.
The kid from Miami. Man. Restrepo.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not taking any chances, man. We got to break this curse of the 2nd round wide receiver. If one of these guys who have the talent is available, we got to take them, bro. We got to take them, and that'll just open up our offense even more.
Okay.
So that's what I got with that.
So your team offense.
Yeah, team offense round 2, team defensive line round 3.
Okay.
That's what I got.
We're flip flopping. Everyone's got their priorities. So everyone's their own GM. Everyone's got their own plan. Hopefully Muji and Glenn have the plan that's going to work the best out of all of us, because our words don't matter or anything, but hopefully theirs does. So I hope that they're right. Answer the phone.
But I do think Mrs. ISU had with Eamon Wari. I think that's a damn good pick too. So
it's a good one. The Cam Chancellor comparison, it's a really, really, really good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone's calling in to trade up.
I'm out. I gotta go deal with stuff before. It looks like there's gonna be a big storm here, so I will see you guys later.
Okay.
You guys,
All
thank
right.
you so much for coming on.
No
Please
problem. I will
again.
send in a picture of me and my new T-shirt when I get it.
Okay, that's good.
Ken,
An ISU in the bikini.
yes, that's the picture I want. Thank
We'll
you
see.
so much.
See you later, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. ISU.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I ask a quick follow up to what you guys are just talking about?
Sure.
Because I agree. I agree with Afram and I agree with Big Fella, because I just think wide receiver and D line are almost the same need. Like, God forbid number 5 goes down in training camp, right? It's like, what are we looking at? We have just absolutely no threats on the outside. But we also with nothing next to Quinnen last year, it can get really ugly. But I just see it as like whatever they have their board as, right? If they think there's 6 defensive linemen left that are kind of in the same tier that they think are plug and play players, and only 2 wideouts, like would that change your thought, Afram? Then same with you, the big fella. Like if they think there's 6 wideouts that they can get, that'll be number 2 wideouts, but only 1 or 2 defensive tackles, then would you be okay? You know what I'm saying, with them snagging the what they think is rare now, and then once there's 1 or 2 wideouts left, they could always dive back in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at it this way, and I don't think anyone's got a wrong answer. If they go defensive tackle in second round, it's telling me they're confident enough to say, I've got enough on offense right now, that I can take someone later on, because there's only so many guys are going to get that ball because it's going to be run heavy. You know, if they go wide receiver, then you know they want more offense, and they feel there's going to be a defensive tackle later on that will satisfy their need. So there's really no right or wrong. It depends on how they feel what they have currently in their team, in their roster. And so I think this 42 pick is going to determine how they're going to go for the rest of the draft.
I agree, Ephraim. I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say they're showing their hands basically in what they have confidence in currently on the team. So, agree.
And Nate, that totally changes my calculus, bro. If I thought that there was more wide receivers available at a higher caliber, yeah, I would switch. You know, you want the best of the positions that you're looking for at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's where I stand with it. I don't know much about who's who.
Hey, who's the kid that is really fast, but he's just too small?
Ted Johnson.
Yeah.
From Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tez Johnson.
He's extremely fast, but he just doesn't have the height that they think anyone would take.
They said at the Senior Bowl he was getting like 5 feet of separation on anyone.
Is he as big as Tyreek Hill?
No, he's like 155 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
He's very small.
Yeah.
So one real hit and he's done.
like Tavon Austin small.
Yep.
Right.
So
I was just going to say we got about 3 minutes. I want to end the show on the hour so everyone can get a chance to get into the draft. But what were you going to say, Johnny?
So this one is a good one with everything that's being said right now, right? It's kind of going to what Nate was just talking about, and it was a question that Boom asked, right? It'll be really quick. So he stated, if I could offer the team to go back in time and take JSN instead of Will McDonald, are you guys doing it?
No.
That's a great question.
I would say yes. I wanted JSN, right? Imagine JSN with Garrett Wilson right now. We wouldn't be having the conversations about wide receivers and could potentially, get another DT or anything. Because is Will McDonald that good? I hate to say that because the sacks and all that, but if we're going to be honest, were a lot of these sacks in garbage time, or were they the sacks like that we needed right then and there? We needed a play to get done. That's my take on that one.
My question would be then, where are you getting the replacement for McDonald on edge? Like, are you getting it later on in that draft if you took JSN, or are you getting it the next year? Like, where are you replacing?
But I mean,
McDonald?
we have JJ already.
Yeah, but you got to count for JJ being hurt.
But then we're dealing with Michael Clemens for the past 2 years, bro.
Right.
We can't. I would rather stick with Will McDonald.
So
you needed to replace what's his name?
Clemens?
No, the other one that was from Cincinnati.
Oh, Lawson.
Lawson.
Carl Lawson.
Carl Lawson. Yeah.
You have to have two. You have to have two Eds, guys. Okay.
And
We just had a shitty. What you call it? We had a shitty defensive line. They kept running on us, so there's really can't really get that many sacks if they're running on you all the time. You know?
Yep.
Think
We
about
got to
it like
plug
this.
all the holes.
We might not have Olu. They might have went edge last year.
Yeah. It just switches up the needs when you do
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Nate, your thoughts on this?
Not gonna lie, my headphones died, so I totally missed the last 90 seconds.
So I'll say it to you real quick. If I could go ahead and offer the team to go back in time and
Oh, you're
take
still on that?
JSN.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it really just flip flops our needs where we are. If we took JSN, we really wouldn't have. I don't know. I'm okay with it right now because I don't think JSN is ever going to be like a top 5 wideout in the league. I think he'll always be a borderline 1 to 2. And I think if Will McDonald turns into like if he has 4 or 5 years with 10 sacks, he's more worth the pick. So I guess I'm still with the pass rusher.
All right. Well. All right, guys. Well, this concludes our pre-draft of Jets Worldwide, our first year of Jets Worldwide.
That's awesome, bro.
We appreciate you guys coming on and being able to talk up here with us. You know, a couple of you guys already bought some stuff off the merch store. We appreciate the support that you guys are doing, man, and like just putting the word out there about Jets Worldwide as well. You know, we're trying to make our own little position in the content world, I guess you could say, right? Where it's a little bit different. So
it will happen. You guys are good.
Oh well,
it will happen.
Hey,
just gotta be
We
patient.
appreciate it. Yeah, no, all things, all good things take time. So we know
Exactly.
that there's a build. So we're
Just keep bringing Armand on. That's all.
we're highly aware that Armand is our biggest pull. So that's okay.
I was the first round pick last night.
he definitely was.
That's true. And Armand, right? First pick. So like Johnny said, just want to remind you, shop the store, jetsworldwide.printify.me. Every $20 purchase gets you, I'll extend it into the weekend. So, you know, through the weekend, if you want, make a purchase, $20 or more, gets you 5 picks into the raffle for the Super Bowl ring. $5 Venmos at Jets Worldwide gets you 1 entry in. So we look forward to those. We just wanted to wish everyone a happy weekend, a happy draft weekend. Enjoy the draft. Watch what the Jets do. Hopefully we get more picks. I want to see a trade back personally. But for those of you who want wide receiver, defensive tackle, tight end, whatever you want, I hope your dreams come true. Johnny, party words?
Yeah, big shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for coming in. Everybody, if you're watching this after the fact, please hit that like, hit that sub button. Again, we appreciate you guys. Afram, Nate.
You guys on Twitter?
We are, I think.
We're on Twitter, but we're not on Twitter. So
Okay, I get you.
this is our mainstay. This
Yeah.
is where we live.
We're I don't know what I was gonna say with that. We're us, you know, so
You're gonna say go Jets.
That's it. Go Jets.
Jets.
Should we end the show?
Go Mets.
Go
Go
Mets and go
Mets.
Jets.
Woo, I can't wait.
And
I
go,
can't
go
wait.
Nate and go Afram.
Go Nate, go Afram. Thank
Go
you guys
NFL
for coming
draft.
in. Go
All right.
NFL draft.
Have a
At
good
the
night.
end of the day, whoever we pick, they're a New York Jet. Root for them. Don't be upset. Root for them. It is what it is.
Don't be upset. You're a
Kick
Jet.
around 2, baby. Kick around 2.
All right, here we go. All right.
Be good ones.
Later,
Thanks,
Afram.
Afram.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, everybody. This has been Jets
Worldwide. Wide. We're out.
Yeah. We started off as Titans, and now we're the Jets. The start of every season always starts with the sweats. Vinny T, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, what's the deal? Don't even try to tell me that the curse ain't real. We're coming for you, run, nothing high. Snowballing Johnny Boy, it's Jets Worldwide. Why? Yeah, like and subscribe. But fumble, fail, Mary, choking Fitzpatrick. The end of every season is always tragic. Doug Bryant missed, everybody got pissed. Super Bowl seasons ended with just one twist. 15 years without the playoffs. Is Aaron Glenn legit? We're the friggin' New York Jets and we're built for the shit. We're coming for your roof and hide. Snowballing Johnny Boy is Jets Worldwide. Like and subscribe.
hopefully we end